Hi guys, I am here to talk to you today about adding new coaches to your team and how to onboard them so that they are able to do the duplicatable activities that will help them be successful. So when you add a new coach to your team, there are four main things you should do to help them get started. The first one is adding them to our team page. And if you have a team page as well, add them to that. So add them, add their picture, welcome them, encourage them, and kind of let them know what the purpose of the group is. I like to tell people this is a place to ask questions, there are resources in the files, and you can connect with other coaches just so that they know that they can post in that page, that it's not just for me to post to, it's for everyone to use. Then after they have been a coach for a day or so, typically I will add them to the Transformers page if they are more than someone who said that they want to be a discount coach. If they've made it very clear that they just want the discount, I'll still add them to the page so that they can see the announcements and decide, later on they might change their mind. They might want to work the business, but if they say, I am only a discount coach, I don't want to, I don't want to work this business, then I won't add them to the Transformers page. But if they told me that they would like to make this, some income at this or a lot of income with this, then I'll add them to the Transformers page with a little bit shorter intro just so it's not the same, I guess. And I also am sure to tell them why the Transformers page is helpful and how they can use it. So I mentioned the files. There's amazing files in the Transformers page. I mentioned the search tool because that is super helpful. If you type anything in that search box in the Transformers page, it gives you a history of any time that phrase or word has been kind of brought up in the topic. So if you search, for example, free leads, then you'll come up with all the posts that talk about free leads. So it's really very valuable and helpful. But I do that usually not on the same day so that they're not super overwhelmed. I mean, depending on what I've got going on, I might, but I try to spread it out so that, it's a little bit at a time. I also add them to my personally sponsored coach page. And again, I might not do that right away, but just kind of, eventually in the first few days. So adding them to the team pages and welcoming them is huge. It makes them feel like they're part of something, and it shows them that we're more than just computers, and we're here to help them. Okay, the second thing is I send them an email, or you can send them a message on Messenger if that's how you've been communicating. And the email, the purpose of it is just to welcome them to the team and provide an opportunity to set up a call. So I welcome them to the team and I send them a link to Acuity Scheduler. It's acuityscheduler.com, I believe. You can just Google it and you'll find it. It's an awesome program that allows you to set up your calendar and your availability for calls. I just hate the back and forth of, are you free on Thursday? Yeah, but only from 2 to 3. Oh, I can't do that. How about Friday? I can't do that. So Acuity just makes it so much easier so you're not wasting your time. You provide the link, you set up your availability, they go in and they check it out and they can sign up for a call and you get an email when they do. So it's just awesome. It's a free program and I highly recommend it, especially if you are working to build a team. This is great for clients too. But I say, look for a time so that we can have a quick 20-minute call. And if you can't find a time, let me know and I'll send you some more options. So that's the second step. If they make it that far, not everybody will. Some people will ignore your message, and then I send them a reminder, and if I still don't get, an email saying they signed up for a call, well, that's okay. They just must not be ready yet. If they do sign up for a call, that's great. And my call is solely focused on Success Club. I used to do a big, long thing. I had like a 5-page script. It was, a long thing. I've definitely cut back on that. So my purpose is telling them what Success Club is, why it's important, and how you achieve it. Because Success Club is duplicatable, and it is the single most important way to move your business forward. So if you're in this for the business opportunity, for growing an income, for growing a team, you have to be hitting Success Club. So that's what I tell them. I tell them about how they can earn a free ticket to Summit if they hit Success Club in the first 3 months of their business. Now, after February, the ticket for Summit is for 2017. So that's something you should know. But that's called Success Starters, and that's a great way to encourage them to hit it right away. I also tell them I will help them hit it for the first month. And the way that I do that, and the way we do that together, is by running a group together. So I tell them of the date of my next group, and I say, you are welcome to invite to that group, and I will show you how to do it. We'll run it together. So that's the information I share in that first call. I also ask them if they have any questions, and we go over any concerns they have, and that gives me a feel for kind of what they're going to need mentoring in. Okay, then the fourth stage of onboarding coaches, and this is kind of a newer thing I've been doing, is clustering and mentoring. I've always tried to mentor privately, but as your organization builds, it becomes hard to keep track of who you've talked to and where they are in the process. So I've started clustering coaches that sign up within the same month or two of each other and starting a group message. And in that message, I say, you know, we're going to work together for a while, maybe a few months or however long they need it, because we're all kind of working on the same activities, right? It's like school. It's like Beachbody school. So when you're new, you're kind of all working on opening your business and getting the right scripts and knowing kind of the ins and outs, different little things like that. So instead of having to address that 4 separate times to 4 new coaches, I'm addressing it together. Plus, then they're kind of creating a community of each other. And you guys know that when you have a partner or when you have people that you're friends with and people that you're doing this with, you are more invested. So it's a good practice overall. So I cluster them and I check in on them. I provide some information to them as they need it. I ask what questions they have. I talk to them about, like I said, how to open their business, social media practices, those kinds of things. So those are my steps for getting your coaches started right. Make sure that you're not adding coaches to your team and then walking away, because that's not fair and it's not going to help them and it's certainly not going to help you. You've got to be invested. Not everyone will do something with this, right? That's why it's a numbers game. The more you recruit, the higher percentage of people you'll have that actually do something with this. But you have to give them those few things at first. And that's why we do it. I do it a little bit at a time, because it allows you to see who's got skin in the game and who wants to do this. So like I said, if they sign up for that call, all right, you know that you've got somebody who's at least interested enough to hear what you've got to say. Let me know if you have questions, and let's start all of these new coaches off on the right foot.